I'm Chris Wyatt with Cascadia Dread, currently in Redmond, Washington, originally from Modesto, California.
Hi, I'm Andrea Hayes, originally from Idaho, and I'm also with Cascadia Dread.
Hi, my name's Emma. I'm from Georgia originally, and now I'm based out of Seattle, Washington. I'm from south of Atlanta, and I basically grew up in horror, and I started as young as 3 wanting to be a monster.
Cool. What are some of your favorite scary movies?
Halloween is my all-time favorite. Lost Boys, Creature of the Black Lagoon it has that special place in my heart.
Now, I know you cosplayed as Michael Myers. Can you tell us, why you were drawn to that character?
It's something about a strong, silent man, He never forgets important dates. He's got dark, tired eyes.
Are there any movies, or is there a movie that you'd say has legitimately scared you?
This was actually a couple of years ago. I was watching The Exorcist for the first time, and I was a little less than sober, I'll say. And we were maybe 20 minutes into it when the guy's walking across the street in his dream and the scary face flashes. And for some reason, I couldn't watch the rest of the movie, and it took me another year to be like, okay, let's watch it.
We are curious about your horror tattoos. Do you want to show us one? Jason with a 13 and TGIF. I love that.
It was kind of an impulse thing. I had just left my ex-husband, which we all know ex-husbands are always shitty.
Oh, yeah.
And he was just very adamant, controlled my body and stuff. So I left him, and I found out about this Friday the 13th tattoo special, and I wanted to get a slasher. I wanted to get Michael, of course, but they didn't have him. But so I saw the Jason, and I looked at my friend at the time, and I was like, let's go get tattoos. And so I was still connected on his bank account, and so I drew the money out of his account, and I got it was a little fuck you.
So I love it, a revenge tattoo against, using a revenge killer. So, meta.
Yeah.
Very nice. So I love that. I love that story. Do you have any Michael Myers tattoos?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. We'll get you hooked up. So any tattoo artists that are out there and would love to give our lovely Emma a Michael Myers tattoo, by all means, put your business in the comments.
I'll pay you what you're worth, which will be a livable amount.
Do you remember the name of the artist who gave you that first tattoo?
Her name was Peggy at Hometown Bothell Tattoo.
All right, Peggy at Hometown Bothell Tattoo. You really made a difference in her life, so we think.
Giving me 2 tattoos.
Oh, yeah, well, we think.
Gave me Elspidra.
Ah, okay. You want to tell us about that one?
It was just another impulse one because I had so much fun with this. I just walked in and I was talking to her about it, and I was like, which one's your favorite? And she pointed to this one and another one. I don't remember what it was, but I was like, I want a spider on my wrist because I have a scar there too, so it covers it up.
So you said you became a horror fan at a young age. Do you remember about how old you were when you fell in love with the genre?
I was really young, maybe 4 or 5, when my mom was watching Creature of the Black Lagoon, and I was just watching it, and I saw the creature, and I was like, this is what my mom says, obviously, I don't remember. I was like, Mom, what's that? And she's explained to me oh, it's a monster, but it's a man in a costume, and she explained what she knew about it, and apparently I was just like, I'm gonna do that. I want to be a monster.
So that's great. So you were monster fan from back, and now you create your own monsters. Do you want to tell the people about some of your creations, if you'd like?
Yeah, I had the one character I had that was very big was with an old friend of mine, and she was a zombie. I shaved both sides of my head for this with the biggest mohawk we could physically get up. I had big 6-inch boots. I stood at 7'2".
Awesome.
And she was just the epitome of the badass I always wanted to be.
I know you've got a new character that I've seen some photos and TikToks on, Beep Beep.
I was really just playing with makeup, and I am TikTok trash, no shame. I'm a 25-year-old TikTok ancient being. I was just going through the horror side of TikTok, and there was a lot of clowns, and I'd never done one, so I was just playing. All I had was eyeliner and lipstick. So I was like, I'll just do something, make some TikToks, never publish them. But then I liked a couple of them, so I did it, and I got a lot of feedback on the makeup, and so I just kept doing it, and eventually she just became Beep Beep.
You are what's known as a slider at haunted houses, and would you like to tell the people what that's all about?
I would. I'm so sad I'm not sliding right now. I slide at Nile Nightmares Haunted House, just north of Seattle. So what a slider is, they mainly work like in queue lines on like concrete surfaces, and you have these special knee pads, steel toe boots, and you have these special gloves with these metal tips and metal on the palms, and you run sliding on your knees on the concrete, and you can like drag your hands, you can drag your feet, and it'll make like these big sparks. And the big effect of that is we're coming at you at a low angle, like towards your ankles, and it's a loud, very disrupting noise.
Some of the other characters you've done in the past or are doing right now?
Yeah, I do have Rosemary. I think she's still in. She's an asylum character, and she was just kind of based on like when my depression really hit, and I was just accepting everything in my past that happened to me. And I just kind of like felt abandoned and used and everything. And so I created this character who was like angry and hurt. And so like nights I'd be in the asylum, I could just let everything out.
What have been some of your favorite situations where you've absolutely scared people?
I think you know the story I'm gonna tell was when I was Rosemary. And I decided, for some reason, I decided to sit outside that night. I didn't wear my shoes. I have this weird thing, I act barefoot. I can't explain it. I'm cold, but I do it. But I was sitting under the sign for the asylum because there was a light, and I had this heavy dark wig that was covered in hay. And so I sat there really still, and people, this one group of like 8 kids, they were like, oh, look at that tree stump. They think they're gonna scare us with it. And it was me. And a thing Rosemary will do is she like crawls like the Exorcist. And so I started crawling at these kids, and they all lost it, and they jumped into the fence that was used to guide them, and they knocked it down between the first scene and the scene that I was in. And so we had to pause the entire haunt to fix this fence. And I felt so bad, but it was probably my greatest scare. And nobody got hurt. Like, let me say that. Nobody was hurt. Like, they were fine. They thought it was funny when I broke character, and I was like, oh my God, are you guys okay?
So you said you have some TikTok and Instagram. What are the links to those?
Instagram is Undead Irma, ERMA. And then I think my TikTok is still Seattle's Zombabe.
All right. Well, we want to thank Undead Irma, Ema Weber, for coming on our show and being our first contestant. And if you look in the description, you'll see links to her Instagram and her TikTok. And please leave comments, subscribe, like, all that, or a clown will die. And we don't want it to be Beep Beep.
No, we can't kill her. Who else will
Yes.
her?